Do you have your glasses?
I do. Where were they? Oh, I have them right here.
Oh, okay. So tonight, what we're going to be talking about is Disneyland Magic Keys. We're going to be talking about everything that's going on.
The controversy, Magic Key controversy is it's out of control. We are still in Walt Disney World. We're in Florida. This is the East Coast version of what's happening Wednesday, but we're still Disneyland pass holders, and we're still
Disneyland Magic Key controversy and update.
Yeah.
And our thoughts on it now.
There's a lot going on, you guys, and if you haven't been paying attention to what's been happening in social media and mainstream news now, oh boy, we're going to catch you up on everything that's been happening and some very recent updates as of like minutes ago.
Yeah.
So we'll let everybody get in here. We'll say hello. Let me pull this up on the old computer here.
Yeah, so what we're planning on for tonight, first of all, we're going to allow everybody to get in here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to not answer the chat for a little while. You guys can talk amongst yourselves. But we will kind of talk about what's been happening up until right now. Because like we said, up until a few minutes ago, things have been rapidly changing. Then we're going to talk about, because as you know, if you've been following our channel for some time, we actually did a video talking about our Magic Key experience. Now, to give you a little bit of a backstory while we wait for everybody, we got Magic Keys the day they were available for purchase.
As did a lot of people.
Yeah, many people did. So you know our experience if you watched that video of how the Magic Keys were for us then, but I think things have changed.
Oh, it's changed dramatically since then.
It's been like this, woo! So we're going to talk about that.
Let's even back up to when we first heard the announcement and we talked about it on a live stream in Las Vegas. And we had both expressed our opinions about how it was going to work. I was a little bit pessimistic. You were more optimistic. It kind of manifested in kind of a mid-range between both of our opinions. Where,
good. Both of our moderators are here.
Awesome. Thank you, Jason and Victor. I was very pessimistic about the whole reservation thing and how that was going to work. Katie was more like, no, it's going to work out fine.
No, I was like, I can't believe that. I was literally like, oh my gosh, Spencer, like, no way. Like,
Well, you were also very, I think, I was grateful too that we got anything and that we were back in an area where we could get into the park and have a pass and all that stuff. And I understand the optimism involved in that. But for myself, I was looking farther ahead and thinking like, I don't know how well this is going to go because of the reservation thing and the limit of reservations that you were allowed to make and all that kind of stuff. Then cut to when we actually were starting to use them and implement them into our lives. Katie was able to get reservations on a consistent basis. And, you know, we'd get 6 reservations. We'd use one of them and then we'd tack another one on the back end. And we just kept kind of doing that for a while. And it was working out great. It was like kind of like, oh, maybe I was wrong. Because, you know, this is just another, thank you.
Sorry.
This is just another layer in the way of getting into the park. And if we had to do reservations, it was just a layer of defense in a sense. But
and that was just our experience though, but we want to clarify that going forward, just so that when you're listening to what he's saying, but like I want to kind of put a little preface under there, is that we're also going to talk about other people's experience. That's what's going to be different from our Magic Key video.
Right,
so,
but I just think that it's important to stress about our personal experience because I can't speak for other people.
Yeah.
We can a little bit, but
we can share and then,
But my point of this whole thing is it was working out. It seemed to be that we could get reservations. Weekends were a little tougher, but we were okay with that because we have the time because we do this full time. But we were starting to hear from friends, most directly like people like Pixar Charlie who work during the week, other friends who have 9-to-5 jobs during the week, that they were having a hard time booking the weekends. And that was the start of kind of the descent
into what's happening
and
now.
People being kind of discouraged by what was happening. And wait a minute, the first time we had heard people say, you know, why did I buy this?
Yeah.
I regret this purchase of over $1,000, which whatever rank you were.
Yeah,
okay?
We're gonna go into it a little bit farther, like into the whole timeline in a minute. Real quick, I wanted to say thank you for the $5 for Disney Ortega. Says, hi guys, hope you're having fun in Florida. Can't wait to see you back in California. Stay safe, showing us that keep staying. The merch and the food, miss you in California. We'll be back soon.
Awesome.
So like Spencer was saying,
Yeah, that was the first.
He's taking you on the journey. So when you saw us record our Magic Key Experience video, I don't remember when that was. It was just before.
It was about 3 weeks into the process. It was just under a month of having a Magic Key.
It was just before we started hearing. So, for instance, we would go, record some videos Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? Yeah. And then we would be like, okay, we can't get a Saturday, but like we wanted to go with like our family or Pixar Charlie or any other friends for a little bit. And we noticed, just like Spencer was saying, we can't get in. Now for us, again, I'm going to clarify this a million times probably throughout this stream because I have heard it so much like, oh, well, you guys get to go all the time. We're not just talking about us, but it affects us directly when our friends and family can't go.
We get a ton of messages from you guys.
I mean, thousands.
And not only just the people that we hang out with, like Pixar Charlie, I'm using him as an example.
Yeah.
But we get messages from a lot of people who are like, they also look to us for guidance as far as like, hey, should I get this? Hey, should I, or they watched our video and said, oh, you know what, we're going to get one now because you guys are having a good experience. So we're directly related to outer experiences and other people's experiences and because of what we do, right?
And it's like, how do you in good faith tell people, I mean, I guess we got to back up, but we'll get to that. But how do you in good faith tell somebody we think you should buy this Magic Key program when it's clearly having some serious issues? Now, my little cousin was going to get a pass for his birthday, which is today, and he was going to come with us a couple times, and I looked at he's been looking at the calendar, and I'm like, what's the point of getting it, my dear? Like, save your birthday money. Save your birthday money. Save your allowance because this sucks. So, going back though, right after we filmed that video, things just started to do a downfall. Now, Adam the Woo, if you watch his channel, I'm sure almost all of you do, the Daily Woo, he did a video, and I think he has explained it so well what's going on.
Well, here real quick.
Yeah.
Corey D says, tons of days just opened up.
We're going to get to that.
That is a really good point, and that's what this is all about, because as much as that's true, there's a reason why that happened, and it wasn't just because
it was magic and people canceled.
No, there was no magic involved in that. This was, and we'll get into that.
But, we'll get into it. So good. So for everybody saying they just opened up, hold on to that. That's we'll get to nowhere near there yet.
Yeah, we're aware of that going into this video. Just know that we're.
So we appreciate you guys though sharing that information. So, like we were saying. Now, I do want to make it clear, and like I was saying, it's not us complaining like, oh, we can't go all the time. And I don't think a lot of people are saying like, oh, we just want to go every single day, although that would be cool. That's not just what we're saying. I think we all read the fine print. We understood this is a reservation-based thing, but we didn't know. Have we ever had an annual pass at Disney that had a reservation system? We all went on good faith that we would get to go a lot of times. And what do you define as a lot? Some people define that as once a week. Some people define that as every Saturday. If you paid for something with no blockouts and you didn't know, you're going off of the good faith of the company that
and also based on that, I was also, when the weekend started filling up, I thought to myself, well, okay, that makes sense because there's a lot more people that work during the week who have these keys who are taking advantage of going when they can because they only have the weekends. So I was almost okay with that. I was like, well, you know what? If that's the case and we have to skip a few weekends, that's fine.
I mean, that's for your personal thing.
But that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And that's okay. But the weeks started filling up, and I'm talking about filling up and through November. And so it started to become, wait a minute, like this is a more serious problem than we're talking about.
Well, like when you have friends and family that can't even go on it, like again, you work your butt off. Think about it. These people worked through a pandemic, and this is what they chose to spend their $1,400 on, right? They chose to spend their hard-earned money, $1,400, $800, whatever the heck it may be, out of a pandemic, correct? And all they want is some joy and happiness on their life on the regular. Clearly, if I'm buying like a dream key, for example, with no blockout days, I'm clearly really wanting to have some magic regularly in my life. I work my butt off Monday through Friday. I'm not talking about me, but I'm talking about these people. And they can't even go do what they want to do. And
Well,
that's not fair to them. And so, again, Spencer was saying on our end, it's like, okay. But for these people, like, I want to advocate. It breaks our heart to see that happen to you good people that are going through that. It ain't right.
Of course. But someone mentioned that it's going to take a lot of time to adjust and figure out how it works. It's frustrating, but everybody's going to be okay. I'm not worried about magic key holders over those who get to go once in a lifetime. And to you, I would say this. It's not that they need time to work it out. They know exactly what they're doing. Okay.
Right.
They have seen way forward than just the next couple of months. What they've done, I believe, what they have done is they've started out with a certain number for each of these passes as far as a limit, right? They've also figured out a number as far as
reservations?
About reservations.
Okay.
They've also figured out a number for people who are just buying tickets, and that number is set, okay? Now, those numbers can be fluctuated, which I believe that they have been fluctuated. In the beginning, I feel like they had a ton of them for everybody, and then as they saw the interest grow, and as they saw tickets not being sold as much as magic key holders showing up, they shrunk the numbers of the key holders, and they opened up more tickets to make double the money that they have off all these people that already bought magic keys.
Right.
That is my guess, because all of a sudden there was no reservations when there was. I thought that there was going to be a flood in the beginning of like nobody was going to be able to get in. That was not the case. And then all of a sudden, once it started getting established a month in, all of a sudden there's no reservations left for key holders. That's interesting to me. And all of a sudden, if you look at the calendar for ticket holding, it's wide open. What does that say to you? So I don't think that it's something that needs to be worked out. I think they knew exactly what they were doing. It's a fluid situation. They're altering the numbers.
Yeah, how did all these reservations open up after the social media onslaught? The news picked it up.
Let's back up a little bit.
Thank you, sorry.
So that's me addressing that person's comment, okay? Yeah. But backing up, and why I'm saying this is that social media in the last week has started to have an uproar of like, hey, what's going on? I paid all this money. Now I can't get in. All of a sudden, it's difficult to get in. The first 3 weeks in the month were great. Everybody was getting in, getting reservations. Now, all of a sudden, we're not getting in. What's going on?
Even if you couldn't go frequently, again, we're not saying that annual pass holders wanted to go every day. And yeah, there probably are, though. Think about people like Peter, too. Think about some of these elderly people that go and walk around in the morning, and that's what makes them happy. So anybody trying to shame people for wanting to go every day, you don't know their life. You don't know what makes them happy. Maybe that's what makes them joy, and that's what keeps them hanging on. Yeah. Mental health matters, so don't shame people for wanting to go every day.
The other thing I want to address, there's a big misnomer out there that the reason that they came up with reservations and that they limited the numbers was because of the park overcrowding. Let me tell you, that is probably the biggest false statement out there. That is not true. They want the park packed. They are a business who is out to make money. There is no doubt about that. There's nothing wrong with that. That is the American way. So when people say that, when they say, oh, they're just trying to keep, the APs out of there because they overcrowded the park, that is not true. That is the farthest thing from the truth. So like, if anybody's going to say that, please
take it somewhere else.
That is not what's happening here.
Go to Reddit.
This is them basically making money off APs and doubling down and making money on top of that with ticket holders, based on, like I said, shrinking the numbers for reservations for key holders, increasing the numbers for ticket holders, and getting double the money for days when we can't get in.
So reservations help create demand. They also help them with staffing.
Well, it helps them with staffing.
That's
all it is. It's supply and demand.
Staffing and supply, but it,
they got to know how many churros to order. They got to know how many people to hire, how many parking attendants to hire.
Yeah.
That's why reservations are in place. It's a way to streamline their output and their overhead based on how many people they get. That is the only reason for reservation. It has nothing to do with capacitating the park or keeping the crowds down. They want crowds.
Yeah, has anybody been on a full capacity day? Also, you have to remember
100%.
Capacity doesn't equal crowd. What is it? Not the word. Oh, dang it! It was on the tip of my tongue.
Anyways,
but it's not the same thing.
They're at they're between 60 and 70% capacity right now. They are not anywhere near 100. That's another issue that's kind of odd, and they're not being restricted to that. The state has not said, hey, you have to keep it a certain way. They're allowed to go 100%,
Yeah.
and they're not. So going back to what we're talking about the social media uproar of people saying, you know what, this isn't fair. It got so bad that mainstream media, KTLA
and
News
ABC
in Los Angeles, ABC,
OC Register.
OC Register, I'm sure other news outlets have picked this up. It has reached mainstream media. So this morning, KTLA News in Los Angeles picked up the story, read a bunch of Facebook posts about it. Disney did not respond. They asked for a response, but they said, hey, it's a little early in the morning. We will await their response. I don't know that they ever responded.
The only response they got was that Magic Key reservations can open up anytime, which who has the time to sit there and constantly refresh trying to do that?
Well, they also said that Magic Key holders have been given...
most Magic Key holders are able to go to the parks more often than they were before, which is not true for most people, especially people that are, here with you, all of us. Like, we're all the hardcore people. I mean, a lot of us would go every day if we could.
Also, I'm seeing a comment or two about COVID being the problem. COVID is not the problem at this point.
COVID's over
because
there.
there are no state restrictions as far as COVID is, except for the fact that you have to wear a mask inside, as far as Disneyland is concerned.
That's the only real restriction.
That's the only thing COVID is causing at this point. So.
Yeah. Oh, and shows, because they are
AFTRA
through
and SAG have rules that are very strict right now because of COVID. Other than that, the stuff we're talking about has zero to do with COVID, and it has zero to do with the park capacity by AP holders being too much. As much as that annoys people, or it's an issue for people for some reason, that is not why Disney has done what they're doing. So cutting back to mainstream media catching this story and them putting it out there, magically, I'll use the word magically.
Real quick, I just want to clarify, because there are people that don't live in California and they don't understand. But Orange County and LA County are different.
Yeah.
That's why if you're seeing stuff at Universal and Six Flags, they fall into Los Angeles County and just not Orange County. Orange County, basically the only thing is, if you are outside of Disneyland property in Orange County and you go to Target, masks are optional for those that are vaccinated. It basically is the same thing it was. So you may not know, and just to clarify, so when I go to Trader Joe's, I don't have to wear a mask because I'm fully vaccinated. So it's just different from when you're outside of the Disneyland bubble. So just so you know, I can see some people getting very confused there, especially if you're in Florida. You're probably like, what? That's how it is. By the way, if you're catching that we're passionate about this, I think we've just read thousands, and I mean thousands of messages.
We are echoing the frustration that is happening.
Well, you're like our
right
family to us,
Yeah.
and we're seeing our family, again, we do this channel because we love Disneyland. Think about it. We are the biggest Disneyland lovers, Disney lovers ever. We love it. We love doing this because it makes you happy. We will work, we will sweat, we will stay awake all hours of the night to make these videos. I'm glad we can make a living off of it. That's fine and dandy, but we would have kept our jobs if we needed to. The point is, though, when we're getting messages from you guys telling us how hurt, upset, and sad you are, you can't go a tram ride, you can't do a tram ride, you're disabled, you have a family member disabled, you can't even do the monorail because, again, you have a disability, you're having cancellation issues where you have to go to the gate on a day that maybe your child or yourself is having a sensory issue. We're hearing all these things, and it's hurting us because we never had that. It was always like, I had the best, most magical day at Disneyland, and you got to understand how much that is affecting our souls. And we're not saying, what's the word, don't confide in us, because we want to be that. We want to advocate for you as well. It also does affect us, and it kind of sucks, but I'm not going to boo-hoo about our situation because we live a fantastic life. We are so fortunate. We've worked our butts off for what we do, but that also doesn't mean you don't work your butts off for what you do. You survived a pandemic. A lot of you had some terrible, awful things happen. We've lost so many people, and to see that the magic that Disneyland is supposed to be not being given to you guys as you deserve to, Again, we're not saying you should be able to go every day and like, oh, I paid for blockouts and it needs to be how it was before, but we're saying reasonable amount of reservations should be available, and we shouldn't just have to complain and have the news outlets go on for all of the sudden, woo, all these opened up. That's good and dandy, but what's going on there that happened to that? And again, I will say it one more time, do not shame people. Don't do it here. Literally unsubscribe. Don't shame people if they do want to go every day, because you don't know their mental health. You might as well shame Peter too. He wants to go and clap and be happy every morning, and that makes him happy.
Aaron Chavez says, hopefully I wasn't coming off rude. I feel your frustration. Disney is in the wrong.
You're so not coming off rude.
No, we didn't take it like that. You brought up a good point, Aaron, and that's why I wanted to address it.
Yeah.
So thank you for bringing that up, and we don't take it like that at all. The fact that you brought up something that was very topical.
It's a discussion.
That's why I wanted to address it. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts, because you open up that line of conversation and those topics that we do want to discuss. So not at all, Aaron. Don't even feel that way. So getting back to the media coming out with this story, magically, I'll use that word because that's in our lexicon here in the Disney community. Magically, tonight, I don't know what time it was, we were at dinner, we noticed all of a sudden, Magic Key reservations started becoming available when previously they were not. So, what does that say? The pressure's on. Disney is feeling the pressure from the media, and so they're backpedaling in a sense of probably saying, "Hey, you know what? Stuff's available." So, what I say about that is, and Katie has said this a lot: voice your opinion. Use social media to your advantage in that way, in a respectful and a responsible way. I feel like that's one of the good parts of social media is that
you have every right
people can express and say, hey, this isn't fair. I feel like misled. I feel like I was taken advantage of. I paid all this money and now this is happening. Same thing with when you're at the park and you have to walk that tram route and you have a disability or you whatever the case may be, and it's 100 degrees out.
Or you can't go and cancel, right? Like you can't go and cancel the same. Over here at Walt Disney World, we couldn't make it to Epcot tonight. We canceled our reservation.
But we don't have this 24-hour rule, right? And then you get penalized, and it's like we're already getting penalized or penalized, whatever the pronunciation is, by buying a pass that doesn't have blackouts and then getting blacked out in a sense, in different terms of the sense, but still. So express that City Hall at Disneyland if you have the time. I know some of you don't have the time,
but
or write an email
kindly.
But kindly and respectfully and responsibly express your disdain and or your disagreement with certain things, because
you are the
customer service.
Yeah,
Disney is good about customer service, and when they hear it, they respond. Clearly today, that has happened. So, is this going to last? My question is, are they just doing this to appease the media uproar that has happened, and they're trying to squash it and
will
like
it just
quell
come
it?
Right back?
And is this just a way to keep everybody quiet? I hope not. And I also, the thing that I fear is kind of what I thought happened was that they had those reservations the whole time, and they were messing with the number. When previously, let's just say they have 50,000 reservations for Dream Key for however amount of time. I feel like they started altering that number based on how many tickets they were not selling to the public.
Well, Disneyland
starts
is just
fudging
not
the numbers, and
a ticket park.
I think the fine print. I think the fine print probably allows that. But who's reading that fine print? Let's just be honest about this. You know what I mean? We look at the kind of the bold statements of like, there's no blackouts, you get parking, and you get 10% off your food and your purchases or whatever. That's what we're looking at.
The thing is,
I don't think anybody's reading that fine print.
It did 100%. When I looked at it. I actually did read the fine print, and I did see where it said, your pass has no blockouts that you're going to get for the Dream Key. However, it is a reservation-based availability.
Right.
Now, again, I don't know. Have you ever gone to a Disneyland where you had an annual pass that was reservation-based? No.
No.
But again, if you watch our live stream back in Las Vegas when this was announced, I was the most positive about it, saying, you know what? No, Disney's good. Like, I'm sure we're gonna be fine. Like, we're gonna be all good. I don't think I was right. I mean,
Well,
honestly. So the thing is that we're going with good faith. And again, remember, we didn't assume that we were just going to get to go every day. We knew we had 6 reservations. We got to be reasonable.
We're dealing with
There's
it.
Possibly at times there could be a lower capacity. We're just not sure. So we did the best we could with what we thought. I think a lot of people went off good faith. Remember, we're not asking for that. But even then, though, there should be an option, though.
Also,
if people want to pay for something to go every day, I mean, I'm telling you, it just keeps getting overrun, though, how much mental health matters. And it's like, I don't know, like, why I have to yell about it? Like,
we're going to get to this super chat, and then I want to talk about other parks real quick. Okay, so don't forget that. So let's hit the road. Jack, our buddy, sends $5. Says downtown CMs held down the fort while the parks were closed, but were still blocked out and had no preview days or access to the parks.
Wait, what did that say? I'm so sorry.
Downtown Disney CMs held down the fort.
Heck yeah.
But were still blocked out and had no preview days or access to the parks.
I think they did have some preview days, but I can't speak for, we're not cast members, so we don't
terrible
know all
that
of that.
happened.
But what we can say is thank God for our Downtown Disney cast members, our World of Disney, still to this day.
Never forget.
Never stop thanking them. If you go there, never stop thanking them.
Yeah.
Peter sends $20. I've heard some argue this stems from a need for them knowing who is coming into the park. Unfortunately, Disney is a huge target for disruption. Dare I say terror. Love you guys. That's a very good point. That's a very valid point.
That's a fair point, and I agree with that, and I don't see any problem with that.
That's why I feel like ticket holders should be in that category, and they should have to make a reservation possibly and have a big availability. But I think if you're buying a Magic Key or an annual pass, they would have that information on who you are. Kind of like at Walt Disney World, we give our thumbprint.
Sure,
You
I have no problem with that.
You have your photo every time you show your Magic Key.
I have no problem with that.
I see what you're saying, Peter, though.
And with that said, Pete, I think that what we're concerned about is the number of allowances, the number of reservations available, as opposed to the layer. If we have to make reservations the rest of our lives, okay, so be it. If it keeps everybody safe, like you're saying, totally agree with that. That's a smart point. But I think that the limiting of those reservations based on the amount of money they're making off ticket holders, I think is what we're dealing with here. And that is just my assumption. It's something in the back of my brain that's telling me like they're fudging the number based on the amount of ticket sales, and they're trying to balance that out to make a certain number or a certain profit, right? So if you're not getting a lot of ticket holders coming in, then start limiting the APs, give more tickets to these guys, and then some of the APs, because I said to Katie, I was like, if I have to buy a ticket to get in, I'll buy a ticket. On top of the fact that I already paid $1,400.
I know a few Dream Key holders that actually bought tickets.
Disney's well aware of that. So I feel like that could be a layer there. I just feel like they're fudging the numbers, and that they're allowed to, and they probably said in the fine print that, hey, we can say, this month there's 10,000 Dream Keys available. Next month there's 5,000. That's the way it's going. So that's the part I have kind of a problem with. Now, let's discuss other parks, because I don't know of any other parks that are outside of Disney that are doing this kind of like limiting.
Knott's, Six Flags,
like
Universal.
If you have a pass for Knott's, like the top pass, you can go whenever you want.
Now, those can be implemented if they need them due to, they're seeing like a massive capacity. They can go there. But honestly...
But what's a massive capacity nowadays?
Right. I mean, this reservation system, in my opinion, like Spencer said, if we need to have them for the rest of our lives, whatever, like, okay, cool. But in my opinion, it's like, yeah, it'll be crazy for a little bit, but it'll level off. Just stop with the darn reservation. No other park has that going on. The amount of stuff that, you're paying so much. Again, Disney is the premium product, so I'm not going to lie. You don't see us at Universal and Knott's all the time. No offense to them, but you don't see us there because it's not our passion.
Here's a comment.
Not our passion.
Here's a comment I want to address. If you want specific days, you just have to book those in advance. You have to plan better. I'm going to address that. This is the best.
That's another one we get.
This is the best planner that I've ever come across. Okay. Katie does all the planning for our channel, and we are frequent flyers of the Disney product.
Ultra planning.
Ultra. And so when you're talking about planning, we're talking about March right now. So if that doesn't fall under the umbrella of planning, then I guess we failed, because we're planning for March and it is October. So that whole planning, you got to plan better. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be harsh, but we plan vastly ahead, probably like somebody would for a vacation. Like if you're just like average folks who aren't vloggers who go to these parks all the time, if you're planning a vacation for the spring, you better plan it now.
Yeah.
And I think that's good planning, and that would be, nobody could say like, oh, you didn't plan ahead enough. Like, come on, it's October. We're planning for 2022 March. So that's how I feel about that.
And also, you don't know, like, for people that don't live in California that are magic key holders, because there's a lot, or like, say you live up in the Bay Area, a lot of them could say, hey, look at this, like, flights this weekend are, flights are so much cheaper. Why don't we book a weekend at Disneyland? And they look and they can't even get a reservation. That sucks. So telling me that it's a planning situation, no, because you could have made your decision to go to Disneyland based on, oh, hey, my, aunt and uncle are coming into town this weekend, and I just found out I want to go down to, Disneyland for the weekend. We can't even do that. So you got to think about it. You can't just tell people. It's almost insensitive in a weird way, because you don't know other people's situations. I guess we know it because we're reading these emails, we're reading these DMs, we're reading these messages on the daily of like, this is my situation, this is my situation. Hold on, goodbye. Don't tell me wah 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 is all I hear when we're having a real conversation. Bye, Felicia. But my point is, though, is like, you don't know what somebody's situation is, just like you don't know somebody's mental health. And like, you're a big butthead if you're trying to make people feel bad for not planning or saying like. And another thing is, I've had a few people here and there say, hey, the key is working for me. Granted, that's a serious minority here saying like the key is working for me. That's fantastic.
And we're happy that it
is working for
that's
somebody.
Awesome.
That's all we want. That's all we want at the end of the day, is for this to work out for you guys and make you happy. It makes our life so happy when we know that you guys have gone to the park, you've had a good time with your family or friends or just by yourself.
Yeah.
It's amazing. That's what we thrive on. That's why we make these videos, to make your trips better, so you know what's going on. Why would we even bother? So you got to understand, we're not just sitting here whining for ourselves. Listen, we can whine to each other all day.
We're speaking for the masses that have sounded off and
because
expressed
honestly,
themselves.
why bother making videos to help you plan?
Right.
Why do Magic Journeys make a foodie guide? Why? If
and you know how hard that is to make those.
Right, it's like they're not making it just so you can get hungry, which granted they do.
Yeah, but they're really good at it.
That's the point.
Another good point, Brittany B made a good point, saying that they probably oversold the passes, which is very possible. That they should have just made an extremely higher tier for unlimited access and made it a little less attainable. And I agree with that, because I said that on the
you're like, where can I get an ultimate?
I got a lot of heat for that, but I'm going to tell you right now. I said
it's your money though.
I want the what did I call it? I wanted the master key.
The master
that
key
unlocked all the doors, and if I have to pay $3,000, $5,000, I will do it. Right. Now, that is my choice. I work hard for my money.
Oh, no, you're so privileged, though. You just get that money for free.
I'm so privileged. Yeah. No, you know what? However you choose to spend your money does not make you privileged.
Right.
There's people that make a lot more money than me who choose to spend their money however they want, and I respect that. You work for it. You do what you want with it. This is the way of America, right? Yeah. So I said, make that thing a little more pricey, and also don't allow payments for that top plan. So, it makes
if you're saying that capacity and all that is such a big deal, then there you go.
That would have been a good...
That's just an option. We're just throwing that out there.
Just an option there. So, Brittany B, thank you for that. Also, Steve Hall, my buddy Steve Hall from the UK, sends $9 and says, it's weird dining reservations can be canceled day of without being penalized or charged for it and made available to others, but they don't let you do that for park reservations. Makes no sense. Good point, Steve.
I didn't hear it. I was reading other I try to read while you're reading.
He's talking about you can make dining reservations and cancel on the day of and not have any penalization. But when you do it with a ticket, if it's not 24 hours, you're getting penalized.
You can't cancel it there. Well, you'd have to call or something like that. So, and I don't often do that.
Okay, so here's this thing
I
that
see what you're saying.
This is what I addressed earlier. Tyler, unfortunately, the reservation system is for a good reason. Too many pass holders in the park, creating crowds that don't spend money. Tyler, I addressed this in the beginning of the video, and I'm going to say it one more time.
So much money.
I'm going to say it one more time. The reservation system was not implemented to lessen crowds in the park for APs. As much as maybe that's a problem for you personally, that is not the way of the company.
Why did they send out an email yesterday? And that's what really burned this fire, like made it crazy.
That is one of the statements that bothers me, because
why would
people
they
keep saying that, and that is not the case. APs spend a ton of money in the park.
If not more.
Disneyland is a locals park. It's sprinkled in with tourists. Walt Disney World is a tourist vacation destination that has a few locals. It's pretty much the opposite. So you're a little misinformed there, my friend, and I don't mean to get heated on you, but that statement bugs me to no end, because it's just more of like an AP hater thing of like, I'm sorry you don't have an AP. I am. No, that's what it comes down to. That's where I feel that argument comes from. It's like, I don't have an AP. You guys suck because you packed the park. That's not the case.
Yeah.
Disney, you don't think a company wants to capacitate to the fullest and make the most money? You think, because the same people will say Disney's just out for a money grab, but yet the park's too packed with APs. That's easy, free money for them, dude. Like, I'm sorry. That's all I'm going to say about that. Like, that statement bothers me. Clearly, I'm heated about that.
An AP is an annual pass for this.
Yeah.
No, we get so angry about it. Okay, so we got a
it's
couple
not
of
true.
super chats. Yeah, it's
like,
it's
you can say that all day long, but that is not the case, and that's
It's
not
true.
why the
It's
reservations,
true.
they're in place.
Preach it, Spency.
They are in place. No, listen. They are in place for supply and demand, so that they can staff the park appropriately, knowing how many people are coming. They can know how many churros to buy, how many staff to put in the parking lot, and they don't have to spend unnecessary money and overstaff the park for a day that's less populated. That is the reason, my friend.
Heather says we disagree with that, though. We spend $9,000 for a family of 5 for 4 days. They already said that. AP holders pack the park. You may not like it, but it's true. Disney never
Regardless
said that.
if they pack the park, Disney created the AP program. Do you think they just went, oh boy, we messed up? It's not the case. Sure, tourists spend a lot of money. So do APs. You may spend $9,000 one day. We spend $9,000 over the course of like 2 months.
You're right.
Same thing. No different. If you're coming once a year and we're there 365 days, it all evens out. It's all relative.
At the end of the day, though, why is it a AP against ticket holder conversation? We all shouldn't be turned against each other, because at the end of the day, it shouldn't 100% boil down to just who spends more money. Like what is this, a contest? No, like, what do you think Walt Disney, I'm going to pull the Walt card here. Do you think Walt Disney would be stoked that, like, this is what's going on? Like, we're saying, like, you spend more money, you don't spend enough money, you're crowding the park, you're not crowding the park. Listen, you're all Disney fans, you're all Disneyland fans.
Yeah.
At this point, if you're there, you're the fans, and you're just trying to make yourselves happy. Again, maybe you need to be an annual pass holder, and you needed to do everything you could so you can move down to Anaheim, and you can go every day to keep yourself happy. Maybe that's it. Maybe you had a very traumatic childhood. Again, I'm just spiraling here. Maybe you had a traumatic childhood, and that's what makes you happy, is to go every day. You worked your butt off. You worked to transfer and get a job there, and that's it. It doesn't need to be, well, my ticket holder friends spend so much more money. You know, it doesn't need to be that. Remember,
I think people want to find a solution that is wrapped up in a nice box with a bow, and it makes them feel better to say, this is why. And I'm sorry to say that's not why. A couple of super chats. Gabby C sends,
let's get to those. Sorry.
Gabby C sends $10. Thank you, Gabby. Hi, whoever said plan better, shush, LOL. Love you guys. Callie misses you too. Glad you two are safe and having fun. Thank you, Gabby. Let's get to, there's some more here. I'm scrolling down. Valeria Velasquez sends $10. My family can only go Sundays, and we have the Enchant Key. We only have 2 Sundays we can go, and one of the reservations got canceled, even though I never canceled, strangely.
I've been hearing that happening,
We've heard that.
too. I'm
now,
sorry.
See, that's what we're talking about, is Valeria's issue is very common. She's not the only one who's experiencing this, and they spent all this money to go with their family, and, you know, now they're getting, you know, the royal...
Right.
You know what job, you know?
Well, you know, there's a few people I know, and I'm gonna bring this up because I think we need to be a little bit more sensitive. Real quick, this is something that I want us all to stop and think about. There's a lot of people who lost people to COVID, okay? This needs to be addressed, and it breaks my heart. There's a lot of people that lost people to COVID. And the one thing that makes them happy is going to Disneyland to help cope with a loss. And if that's what it is that they want to go every day, do not shame them for it.
By the way, just keeping it a little lighter, Tim says, hello, friends. Watching you from the hot tub. Miss you.
Tim.
Dude, that's my man. That's Tim.
You.
J&M's Hidden Gem sends $10. Says, Katie, I do the same thing. I've started planning for March with our family to Disneyland. I am so glad to see the videos you both do, and I appreciate your input and opinion. Without you guys, we would know. Thank you. That means a lot. And good luck with your planning, because we know how it feels.
Put that right there, sorry.
I have it all. Don't worry.
If only the whole chat could be in a hot tub.
J&M's Hidden Gems also sends $5. Says, sorry, I meant without you guys, we wouldn't know. Well, thank you, J&M. You didn't have to send another $5 for that, but we appreciate that.
Thank you.
Mr. Robin Nass, our buddy, sends $5. Says, at least Disney reacted in a positive way. Spencer is correct. I was at the park 2 weeks ago. It was nowhere near full capacity, so why blackouts? You're right, Robin. It is good that they reacted positively. I think they didn't have a choice in the matter based on PR. I think it was going to turn into a big nightmare for them, and they didn't want to have to answer to that. But you're right. They reacted positively, and we are grateful for that. We're not going to forget that.
I also think, too, we don't have they haven't implemented their Genie Plus and their Lightning Lane thing. So I think that does have a part of it why they want less people in the park. However, it's still it ain't right when we don't have all these restrictions anymore. You know, like, and you're selling these passes. Like, you gotta think about it. It just doesn't add up.
The only reason they may want to limit the capacity at this point, the only reason, is because they don't have enough staff.
Well, they don't have enough staff. They don't have, we don't have our shows going on.
They don't have enough resources. So I think that's
we don't have Lightning Lane or fast passes. The guest experience could also be affected.
It's the only logical reason, though. No, the only logical reason is that they don't have enough staff to capacitate that many people.
Yeah.
Cole Johnson sends $5. Says Disneyland is a local park and Disney needs to understand that.
But then don't sell more passes.
Cole Johnson sends $5. Says Disneyland is a local park and Disney needs to understand that and not penalize locals for that. Not a good look for them. For locals drive most sales. That is true, Cole. You make a very good point.
I just wanted to add on to yours, though. Again, I didn't realize you were reading, so I started just going in my own way. But if they don't have enough staff, then don't sell more Magic Keys. Be responsible as a business and don't sell Dream Keys that are completely, no blockout days and then have no availability, because that's not good business. That's not right to do to people, especially when they're just searching for joy. They're not asking, to, I don't know, drive a Ferrari with the top down and, whatever. I don't know. Like, they're not asking for that. They're asking for a little bit of joy. Maybe that is just going to get a popcorn bucket and go home. Like, that's it. Maybe they just want to go on Big Thunder Mountain and go home. Maybe they want to spend, the morning people watching.
Also,
that's it.
There's a lot of APs that aren't like very local. Like I know so many APs that are from Sacramento, San Jose,
Northern
Oakland,
California,
all parts
Central
of
California.
Northern California that are APs.
Yeah.
That don't come as frequent as like, maybe an Anaheim AP or a Los Angeles AP. So to say generically and blanket statement and say APs crowd the park, that is a very irresponsible statement because you're not understanding the populace of the AP. It's a vast populace. It's not just the vloggers.
Yeah, Jeff Pike, Washington State APs.
State, exactly. So Western states in general, APs, Nevada, Oregon, Washington, Arizona, you name it. So when you say APs pack the park, and it's a very irresponsible statement to make. I'm sorry.
It is. It's true. Riverside, San Diego.
Holly G sends $5. Says G family in Washington State. We love you guys and agree with everything you were saying. Keep making videos and we'll keep watching them. Hugs, Holly G and G family.
Also, by the way, for anybody too that disagrees, you can respectfully disagree with us. That's totally okay. This isn't a little place where we're standing on a podium just saying, well, we're right, we know everything. This is just our take based on things that we've personally experienced and things that we've heard from our massive Disneyland base of friends that follow our channel and all of our social media. So again, we're not saying we can't disagree. We can disagree on plenty of things, and it's okay to disagree. And again, if you're having a good experience, that's fantastic. But the majority right now is not, and that's why we're talking about this, because it's a big, big concern, and it's very close to our hearts. Truly, like, Disneyland is where we met. It's the happiest place on earth for us.
Yeah.
It's everything. We'd be there every day if we could,
it's
right?
And it's one of the main focuses of this channel. Even though we do other things, we go beyond, it is a main focus of this channel.
Disney is everything to us. So we're advocating for joy and for you to feel that way too.
Kenzie, our
Hi,
buddy
Kenzie.
Hello, Kenzie. Sends $5, says, "Hey guys, miss you guys. Hope you're having fun in Walt Disney World. I too feel frustrated, even though I only go for a few days every month or a few weeks." So there you go. There's somebody who comes on a different timeline, and she also is having trouble and is frustrated. So it's a vast array of folks and demographics that are frustrated with this situation.
Sure is.
Here's a funny comment. M.A. Couture Crafting says, "I'm around the corner, but I just want a damn bucket." Just want your popcorn bucket. I get it. I totally get it.
And good for you. If that makes you happy, that's all that matters.
Whitney Wakefield sends $5. "I'm a social worker, and Disneyland has been a big part of my self-care plan. It's been upsetting to not be able to get in on my toughest days." That's what Katie's been talking about.
That's what I've been advocating for the whole time, because remember, our mental health is that silent thing. You can't see it at all. You can't look. I mean, I feel like we should be using Robin Williams as a great example. He was so upset, and he was literally battling serious depression. Chester Bennington, we can name so many that suffered with that. And I think it's so wrong to shame people. You don't know their situation. Don't act like you know their situation. I'm gonna shame you if you start shaming them.
Shame the shamers.
Shame the shamers.
Look at this, Minnesota APs here. We're talking Midwest APs.
Wow, look at that.
NorCal APs. It takes all kinds. So we are a vast and colorful family of APs and a vast demographic. Juan Vasquez sends $5. Says, "We got comments when we got our mom her AP pass. We don't have them, but we got it for her because she needs the time off." Not just from work, but from family. Well, there you go. That's a good point, Juan.
Right.
And sweet that you guys hooked her up like that. Jess Lynn. What's up, Jess?
Oh, say hi to Kai for us.
Yeah, please say hi to Kai.
Hi,
Kai. She sends $20. That is very kind of you, Jess. Thank you for speaking out about this. We appreciate you guys so much.
We appreciate
you. And we hope to see you guys really soon. It's been too long. What else we got here?
I am an Australian annual pass holder.
There you go.
Wow.
Down under.
Maybe Disney is preparing for more restrictions. No, they're not.
No.
I mean, we don't know everything, but I would probably say no, because the reality is our vaccination rates are very high and very good. California is doing a really good job. Also, I mean, numbers everywhere are getting a little bit better. But I think also, again, with the vaccinations going up, and then they're testing that new, I'm such a science nerd, so I've been reading and listening about the trials about the pill, the life-saving possibly pill. So if that happens and we get vaccinations going even higher, things are only going to improve. So I'm pretty confident in that. Again, I'm not a mind reader, but I'm confident in that. So. And I'm sorry if we've missed a few super chats. Spencer's doing the best he can.
I'm keeping up. No, I think I'm keeping up. Denise Yu sends $5. Says, "We were APs when we lived in Monterey, California, and now we have an AP living in southern Utah. We can't be spontaneous a lot, but it would be nice." Yeah. Yeah, because you can make the drive from those western states in a day.
Right.
I know people who've driven from Nevada and Arizona and Utah in one day and been at the parks and be like, we got up at 4 a.m. and we're here and we're,
There's a lot of people asking about bi-coastal passes. It's very, if Disneyland could get to the point, I mean, unfortunately, they just don't have the space and park availability, but the system that works in Florida, it works really well. If for some reason, there's hardly anything available, but if for some reason something's not available, you can literally keep refreshing it and something will open up, because people are allowed to cancel same day. They don't have to go all the way down to Disneyland, scan it. It's like Disneyland has made it so difficult to enjoy your life as a Disneyland hardcore lover. They've made it so difficult, whereas here in Florida, It is so much easier and it's enjoyable. Like,
And
I mean, granted, it's a vacation destination,
right,
but man,
but
we've enjoyed every minute of it.
but you make a good point, because there are some instances where, yes, Walt Disney World is bigger, so there are different rules and things implemented because of the size difference, right? But the rules that we're talking about have zero to do with size. They're just rules that are made for who knows what reason, like the cancellation thing. That has nothing to do with size. Uh, I can't even understand what the reason for those types of things is, why it's more strict. Adventures in Magic sends $2. Missed my super chat. Love you guys. Let me see if I can find it.
Sorry. And while you're looking for that, Shelly sends $20 and says, totally agree with you guys. My hubby and I have been pass holders for 20 years. Miss the days of random Disney trips, just eating churros, walking Main Street after work. I hope they can clear up this issue soon. Yeah, and that's the scary part, is because we don't know if it'll ever clear up. Like, this could be how it's going to be, and they're going to be okay with it. But we want you to go into it knowing, at least if you're watching this channel for advice on Disneyland at all, that we're telling you the truth and sharing this information on you, not to slander Disney, the company, or Disneyland. Disneyland, let me just, again, preface with the fact that we love Disneyland so much, but we love you so much as well. And if you're coming to our channel for any information, we want to be truthful and give you the best information that you can, and at least hook you up with the Best Life and Beyond family, because I feel like this is a group of people, again, sometimes we disagree on things, but I think these are people that want the best for each other as well.
Here's one I might have missed. Raul Serrano, $5. Great videos. Keep being you. Thanks, Raul.
Yeah, thank you, Jay Smith, for the $5. And Khalees sends $5 and says, believe Key from NorCal here. Disney sent me a Magic Key survey yesterday, and I ripped them a new one for all of us.
Good.
Love you all. We'll fix this. Hey, you gotta say what you gotta say.
I think I missed Annette as well. $5. Hi, guys. Wish we could have met and said hi in person at NK this week. Annette, we wish we could have too.
Hi, Jane Doe. Thank you for the $5. We wish everything will go back to normal soon. Now, if we did miss anything prior to that, I can't get back to it. YouTube doesn't like to let us get back there, so I apologize.
Yeah, I went back. Sorry, Adventures in Magic. We missed that one. We must have been on a ranch.
I was going to say, there might have been, I think there was a few that came through that we never got to, but we want to say thank you for them. How many days do you have left in Florida? Quite a few. Tyler sends $5. Didn't mean to get you so heated. No, we're just passionate.
It's Tyler. Honestly, Tyler, it's one of those things. It's not you personally. It's a comment that we hear a lot, and we take it a little personal because we feel like it's. It comes across sometimes as like an attack on APs that we're the problem, and we feel like we are a community who cares deeply about the Disney parks, and so when someone says that we're the problem, we feel a little hurt by it. So that's the only reason that I might have come across a little strong to you, and I don't mean to make that personal. It's the statement and the idea of that we are the problem and that we're bad people or something because we pack the parks, which, that's why I say
you want to pack the parks.
I know for a fact that that's not the reason also, and so it just, that's all. And so thank you for saying that, Tyler.
John sends $5. I have a Model 3 drive me to the park from Bay Area for one day and drive back same day. Done it a few times now. Love that for you. Jeremy sends $10. Spencer, Katie, I hope things will turn out for the better at Disneyland. Us too. We really, really hope that. Thank you, Richard, for the $5 and the avocado. I think avocado just makes everybody happy.
Avocado with a headband.
Tristan sends $5. Katie, I tagged you in our photo, and I don't know if you saw it. I started collecting the Happy Meal toys and send you info so I can get that. Oh, you're so sweet. Sometimes I do miss those, so I'm sorry about that. Has anyone gotten their commemorative pin and magnet?
That's a great point.
Anybody. Yeah.
That is a great point. From Anna, what is it?
I can't see.
Annabelle?
Annabelle?
Anna Bonani? I think it's Anna Bonani. Anyways, that's a great point. No one has received their incentive, but everybody got blocked out. But nobody's gotten their magnet or.
But now it magically opened up again.
Yeah, and then, I'm sure magically we will all get our gift now pretty soon.
Well, we're supposed to be like founding key members, and it's like, hey, but you may not have gotten that, but did anybody get Best Life and Beyond merchandise yet? Because it just happened to launch.
I got my hat.
I know that this is not about the discussion, but I feel like more hats could be out there. I really do. And did anybody get shirts? If you got shirts, put your paws up. because I just want to know so I can thank you right now because I didn't want to forget that.
Thomas,
and if you want your merchandise, go to bestlifeandbeyond.com. Don't put www in there or you are not going to get to the website. It has to be bestlifeandbeyond.com. I'm going to type it out here.
Thomas makes a good point. If the solution was to, quote, plan better, Disney wouldn't limit the reservation calendar to 120 days out for ticket holders. And Katie moved the comment. Sorry.
Sorry. Oh, I wasn't even typing the whole time.
Hold on. Let me finish this.
Dang it. I'm sorry. I did. Yay! Thank you, anybody who ordered from bestlifeandbeyond.com. You're amazing. Thank you.
Anyways, Thomas, we get the point that you made. I agree. If it was about planning better, they wouldn't make that time frame so difficult to achieve.
It's a poor excuse when you say that. Yeah. Lainey sends $10. We love Disney is why we have always been APs. We are up at Yosemite and still bought the Magic Key. And other members of our family, we are so bummed this is happening, but love you guys. Well, we love you, and I hope it works out better for you and your family because, again, that's what we're advocating for. Tatiana sends $10 and says, the convo about who spends more money in the park is beyond me. Truly, AP spends so much every time parking, food. Again, and it's not even about that.
Everybody who's in the Disney park spends a lot of money. I don't care.
It's not about money.
I don't care if you're a 33 member.
And we love you
care
too.
If you're an executive at Disney. Everybody there is spending money.
And we love you too. So thank you. And yeah, Brandon says $5. Will you guys make festive relative merch?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we have so much stuff planned. We do have youth sizes. Thank you for asking. We have youth sizes available. We also have sizes up to 4X now.
Here's an interesting topic, off topic, and it's a quick one I want to address. Joffrey's
the
Coffee
brim does fold a little bit.
Joffrey's Coffee in DCA. Joffrey's Coffee has always been available in all Disney parks.
Yeah, it is Joffrey's Coffee. So, but did they make a new sign? Maybe, sure. But it's not like a Joffrey's Park coffee that's here. So don't think that's like
that coffee cart has been in DCA ever since I can remember.
Yes. Cheryl sends $5 and says, I bought a t-shirt the other night. Yay! Hey, Katie, did you receive the birthday gift I sent you? A book. We haven't been to the post office since a while.
For months.
So I'll check that. Dinner reservations are also hard to get. Oh, yeah, they certainly are. If you live in Seattle, Washington, can I become an annual pass holder? Yes, you can. I'm going to put the merch but I'm going to put the merch website here.
Sydney just got here and says, what's going on? Catch me up. Well, you're going to have to watch it back because it got very passionate. But we're talking about the Magic Key, the constraints and the issues and the social media uproar as well as the media uproar that happened today. And Disney has since backpedaled and opened up more reservations for Magic Key holders. That's what we're talking about.
Which again, will probably fill up. They'll try to, and the whole point is like, if you're going to do that though, then don't keep selling Dream Keys and Magic Keys.
Well, not only selling them, I think your problem is that they're promoting it and saying, they're pitching out there saying, hey, buy the Magic Key. And it's like, whoa, dude, like it's blocked out almost till the end of the year. Not now because they backpedaled, but that's, I think, what Katie has a problem with is that they're trying to promote it and make more sales, and it's like, that is irresponsible. You know?
It's not good. And if you don't have the staff, don't sell more Magic Keys. If you don't have the availability, don't sell more Magic Keys. That's what it's about. Will you have pet merch? That's something we can look at. We definitely can. Key holders are likely to spend, but remember, it's not about who's spending more money. Just remember, like, keep that in mind. Like, I don't want this like Bloods and what is it the thing, the Bloods and the Crips. Yeah, it's not that. It shouldn't be that.
It's not the movie Colors, Katie.
Yeah. I found Joffrey's Coffee at the Home Goods cheap. Oh, that's awesome. How do you get the magnet and the pin? We were supposed to get them. You just bought a Best Life and Beyond hat? Woo! Hat 5.
Hat 5.
I just hit you. Does anybody have any questions about the merchandise, by the way, while we're here? My ankle still hurts. Thank you for asking.
And while we're waiting for that, Douglas Bagora, nice last name, sends $5. What can't be lucky clovers if it isn't me kinfolk Patrick Bagora and his fine young lass, Katie. Oh, Katie.
Get out of here. I know that was for the boys.
Thank you, my friend Douglas. Oh.
He does that literally. He does that for the 3 little boys that we love so much.
Hold on one sec. I don't want to miss these. We have Ashley Pacheco sends $2. I think you missed my chat. We've been keeping up, Ashley. I don't know where that was. But thank you. Jeremy777 sends $5. Spencer Katie, do you think they will put a Joffrey's at Disneyland? I realize it's an Orlando thing, but I was just curious. We would hope that they would.
They
serve Joffrey's coffee at Disneyland. They just don't tell you that it's Joffrey's.
It's like, will it be the Joffrey type things with the specialty items and the cocktails?
Because
and
let me tell you, in Walt Disney World, man, the Joffrey's carts are amazing. They have treats. They have all espresso and all sorts of things. There's even because out here they serve alcohol at most of the parks. You can get a coffee with Jameson whiskey. I mean, you can get all sorts of amazing things. They should have that in DCA. They should really expand it. I don't know why that they don't. Anyways.
Catherine sends $5. Says, love watching your guys' videos. I feel bad for everyone going through this situation. Keep up the amazing videos. Well, thank you.
Kevin's going to get you mad. He said the site isn't working. Kevin, just put bestlifeandbeyond.com in your
and it's there.
Your Google bar. It'll
don't
pop
put
up.
www.
Don't put www and all that. Yeah, just bestlifeandbeyond.com. It'll pop up.
Look at this.
You're going to get Katie mad, Kevin.
Kevin's
a friend of ours, by the way, so that's why we give him a hard time.
We're messing with him.
Yeah.
Do
you think Disney will require vaccinations or negative tests like Universal does in the future? I don't think so, but I don't know. You never know.
I just texted him.
Irish coffee. Yeah, they have Irish coffee in Joffrey's here in Orlando.
Does anybody have any merchandise questions, though? So do you have hats in different sizes or this one size fits all? Great question. So Spencer normally wears a 7 3/4 size hat. Now his has, it's adjustable to the point where it's at,
I'm on number 3.
Number 3, and he could still make it a little bit bigger. So if that gives you a size reference, I hope that helps. Yeah. It is a flat brim hat with a green bottom, but he
bent. It is a fine thing.
He bent it a little bit. The sweatshirt is very soft and roomy. The sweatshirt fits true to size. I actually fit a large in the sweatshirt. I could wear an XL, but it's really big.
It's a nice soft t-shirt too.
That's why this took so long, though, is because we really wanted to work on the quality. No offense to Spreadshirt, but that quality was itchy. We put this stuff to the test. We didn't sell this for an extra month and a half because we wanted to make sure we could go to the park when it was hot and when it was cold and spend 8.5 hours in these shirts and be comfortable. That's the thing. That's the one thing that we wanted to make sure. So you can trust that when you're buying this, that you're getting something that is Disney Park approved, right? We also wanted to make sure you could wash it a few times and the colors would still stay vibrant. That's a big thing. We didn't want it peeling and all that stuff. So those are things that we have to make sure, and that's what it was.
Oh, I think Main Street Matt's in here. Hi, Matt.
Yeah. Let me see. Hold on a minute. Pins and keychains, please. We definitely will. Commercial. Yeah, it basically is a commercial. I want you to realize that we're going for quality here. We're not going for, whatever. So Spencer wears a size large in the shirts. I wear a size medium because it's kind of a unisex, but a little bit more fitted. It's not like loose like what I'm wearing now, which is I think this is a large. We don't have Christmas shirts or anything yet. It's a little too early. Something we're kind of working on. Might do a color variation. I'm not 100% sure, but Spence has to kind of work on the art of it. But yeah, maybe we can definitely
hats.
do that.
I don't know if you guys want bucket hats. I don't wear them personally.
I don't want bucket hats.
But if people want them, let them have them.
Is it 100% polyester or cotton? Let me go check. I'm going to actually go grab a sweatshirt and everything. So Spence, pay attention to that. Don't just.
I'm not going to pay attention.
Just don't put your head down. Because it's not a good look. It's not very becoming.
Okay. Anyways, what is this here? This I am. Sorry, I'm just looking at. Okay, so blackout dates got out of control. Yeah, they did. Sorry, I'm going to read it here because I can read it so much better. Are the hats fitted? No, they're snapbacks. I love that you hang out with Nate in Animal Kingdom. He's such a sweet guy. Can I just tell you, Nate, Paging Mr. Morrow is the name of his channel. Jackie, super enthused. Tampa J, I could just go on and on. Adam the Woo, Danny 702. We have so many good friends out here that have quality content and are such sweet people to hang out with. That's why we hang out with them. It's just how it goes. Classic snapback. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Should you size up or size down for a shirt? I think you can go true to size.
True to size 100% because I wear a medium.
Is Bricky in here? Somebody said Bricky. Is he in here?
Bricky! Dude, I ran up the stairs.
Katie's out of breath.
I ran. Okay. How fast does it ship? I don't know. I wish I could give you that answer, but I don't know that answer.
Christy, man, excuse me, I lost my voice. Christy Manna sends $5. Says, I'm an Orlando local, and I'm starting to see you guys a lot in the parks. You look like locals. Just moved here already. I'll say hi next time. Please do, Christy. Yeah, if you have any leads on a place to live, let us know.
Okay, so it is 100% cotton. It is, you can machine wash it cold. Tumble dry low. Now I have...
Oh, Brittany just bought a Blab hat. Thank you, Brittany.
Love it. Now we've washed ours normally in I think we normally wash them in cold. It's kind of better to do for energy and whatnot in California. And I've literally put it through the dryer at full heat and it has not shrunk again. And I'm actually getting bigger, let's be honest, because I've been eating so much in Orlando and my medium still fits me absolutely perfect. This has been through now a month and a half of washes, and I don't know if you can tell, but look at how vibrant it still is.
Yeah.
It is still 100% vibrant. It is still soft as ever. I mean, this material, so this shirt,
This is not a Blab shirt.
yeah, no, I'm trying to, this is a Disney quality shirt that we got at Disneyland.
This is just
but
average.
this is one of the better ones. But
Big Timber Films, our buddy says pajama pants.
That'd be cool.
Because I call those edit pants.
And no, I do not wash it inside out. I wash this completely just like it is, and is it dishwasher safe? I've washed it just like that. It is not, you can tell that I'm not doing a hard tug, but if you look at it, you know when you kind of have something with kind of crappy, it doesn't work. It starts to, what is that word, like peel and separate? This ain't doing that.
Ashley thought this Blab was about Magic Key. The first hour plus was about Magic Key.
Yeah, sorry.
So maybe rewatch it and you'll get that info.
So then here is the hoodie, just so you can kind of see what the hoodie looks like. There you go. I don't know if that, mine kind of wrinkled because I put it in my suitcase because we do not need sweatshirts here.
Kevin sends $5, says, Katie, is diet really working if you're getting tired from running from the bedroom?
Dude, no, I ran upstairs. Like I freaking
Nice.
ran straight up. I was like, and then I scrambled to get it and then I ran downstairs. I was like,
Pete sends $5, says, want to represent in Aulani. Any other colors than black yet?
none yet.
Tyler sends $5, says, hey, if you guys move down, Central Florida is the place. Real estate is up, but substantially more affordable than Southern California.
Well, we want to be coast to coasters.
Yeah.
We want a place on both coasts. That is our life goal. That's our life goal. Maybe with your cartoon shots on, maybe. Coffee cups. A lot of you guys want pins and coffee cups and keychains.
Willie Stegall sends $5. Can you talk about the possible vaccination mandates LA County if you think Orange County will follow? We are coming from Indiana in late December.
Okay, I can comment on that. So I don't think it would be something that would happen because of Orange County, but could it happen because of Disney, the company? That very well could happen. It's just hard to say. There's no indication that it can happen, but I can't say that it's not a very good possibility though, because you have other parks that are already apparently doing it. So I'm just, there's no definitive proof, but if I had to take a wild guess, my guess would be that, I don't know,
You can't really, it's impossible to say.
If I had to take a guess, I would say that there's a good possibility that it could happen. That's just me. I could be dead wrong. So that's it. My guess is yes. What's the situation with the Malibu beach house oil spill? It didn't affect the Malibu area. That's more like
It's a southern
not
thing. It's
Orange
more
County.
like, it's below Santa Monica Bay.
Yeah.
Adventures in Magic since $5. Love the contemporary vid today. Watched during lunch, so I wasn't hungry.
Oh, you saw Adam's. Yeah, ours will be out tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And then I think we're going to try to do a live stream from Magic Kingdom tomorrow morning. So, or morning, afternoon. And we're going to try and do it so that West Coast people are awake. And then we have a special surprise at night. So that's going to be fun. I ordered a t-shirt. Product ships October 26th. Yeah! Okay, so I do know if you want something with the jack-o'-lantern, you need to make sure that you order it by 10/10. Once the 10th of October is over, we will not sell them anymore because it needs to ship by the 31st. What are you streaming on in the morning?
On my phone. Sorry.
No, we're streaming Magic Kingdom. Do you like Walt Disney World better than Disneyland? No, we like them both completely equally for their own reasons.
It's apples and oranges. Them. It really is.
Yeah. They're both Disney, but they all are their own special park that we love equally.
Yeah.
In their own way, you can't compare. You can't compare great and amazing and amazing and oh, we love them so much. It's like I wish they could be all in one big thing together, but I'm glad they're different because that's what makes them each unique, you know? Just like you don't want all the same friends, like you want them to each be their own individual person, you know?
Yeah.
I was told if I wanted to go on a holiday, I could buy a ticket. Yeah, you could. Have you guys been to Hollywood Studios yet? Yes. Yeah, we went on our VIP tour. Brian sends $20. As a dream key holder, I appreciate families who travel to make memories for a lifetime. Heck yeah. That said, having almost all of Q4 reserved stung.
Q4.
Yeah, to Bob Chapek, we're really just data and dollars. It could really damage Disneyland Magic. Oh, it sure can. Sure can.
Yeah, Mr. Chapek's getting a lot of heat lately because he's the man in charge. Did
you read this one from Rock?
I don't think so.
Rock sends $10. Recently moved from LA to Vancouver, British Columbia. Wow.
Nice.
Could you ship merch to Canada? We ship to most countries. I would say almost every country. There's a very short list of countries that we can't ship to, but those are also the countries that most e-commerce don't ship to as well. But most countries are totally shippable. Like UK was a big question we had questions about. Willie sends $5. We got that one, sorry.
Steve Hall, there's a Steve Hall seat that we missed somewhere.
It's probably too far gone now. It's like, that's why unfortunately when we interrupt each other for that, I'm so sorry, but it's like we gotta do that. You should go to Steakhouse 71. We did. And that video is edited and ready to go for tomorrow night. I'm guessing you can ship to Australia. I'm pretty sure. It's a huge list. I can actually read off the countries if you really want me to.
Steve, just re-ask your question. Sorry, man.
Unsupported countries we have, and again, these are the ones, I'm going to read a few of them. Afghanistan, Antarctica, Barbados, Cambodia, Cameroon, Costa Rica, Cuba, Curacao, India, Iraq, Jordan, Lebanon, Libya, Nicaragua, South Sudan, Ukraine, Uruguay, Western Sahara, and Zimbabwe, and probably a couple others, but...
Okay, Adam has my back. My friend Adam is here. Not on the woo, different Adam, but a wonderful Adam nonetheless. Steve Hall sends $9, says, just curious, Disney does ID every time you purchase alcohol. I went to Trader Sam's. They would accept no U.S. driver's license, and I didn't have my passport, so no UK driver's license. I think he meant despite being 38, wouldn't serve me alcohol. Wow. Thanks, Adam. That's concerning. You got to be with me, Steve, so I can buy you a drink. I don't know what that's all about.
Miss Super Chat. Out of state and don't get to come often. Appreciate that they are trying to manage the crowd since it's less enjoyable when it's so busy. Much love to you all. Just want to add perspective. That's a great perspective. Thank you.
Although I just don't think that that's the reason.
No, yeah, I don't think it's really 100% a crowd control issue for the enjoyment of the guest. I don't think that's the biggest top concern.
As much as we would love to think that they cared that much, when it comes down to it, guys, it's about the almighty dollar and streamlining the supply and demand of, they know how many people are coming, They know how many churros to buy. They know how many people to staff. Therefore,
Again,
they're not
yeah.
wasting money on overhead. That's really what the reservation system comes down to, as
And
well
again,
as security, knowing who's coming,
Yeah.
knowing who's not, knowing
We're
who's in
just
the park.
saying don't sell
Unfortunately.
the tickets. Don't sell dream keys when people can't even make reservations. Again, if it is that and we're wrong, cool. Then don't sell them. Be like responsible business.
Tim Reed sends $25. Thank you, Tim. Thanks for taking us with you to Walt Disney World. Love living it through you too. Well, Tim, thanks for being there and enjoying it with us. It means the world to us that you're here and with us virtually, and that motivates us. And thank you.
Honestly, that all of you are here makes us happy. Again, we don't have to agree on every single thing. It's great, just great to have you.
Here's Ashley Warwick sends $5. Hi guys. If you had to change one thing about Walt Disney World's 50th, what would it be? Also, seeing you guys wearing masks, are they required again? Lots of love.
Just indoors, or we do it personally when we're in like really big crowds, even though it's not super needed in our opinion because we are vaccinated.
But the main question, and the part I loved about your question was, name one thing we would change about the 50th anniversary here at Walt Disney World.
More Walt.
More Walt Disney. More reference to the origin and the history of how this park came to be.
Bring up your wedding analogy.
If you have a 50th wedding anniversary, right? You're gonna want to see the picture. I want to see the picture of that wedding day. I want to see when their first date, and I want to look at them now and like almost put those pictures together and then talk about like, wow, 50 years. Look at you guys. Look how you started. You're still just as cute, but you've grown older. But wow, look how far you've come, and what was it how did you guys first meet? How did you guys? What was your first date like? I want to know the origins of that and how you got to be this ripe old age and still together, right? So same thing with Walt Disney World. I want more reference to 1971 and the story, the effort and that it took for a man like Roy Disney to step up and be the front man. That wasn't his gig. He was the money man. He was the financial wizard behind it. He had to step up and finish this dream for his brother Walt, and he did it at an older age when he probably wanted to retire. And I think I heard rumblings of that. But he did it, and that kind of struggle, and he pushed through
like the
for
tree
his
story.
brother.
If you watched our VIP
man,
tour
the tree story
thing, the tree story is a good example. Like that, I would have loved to have heard that.
Yeah, so
on a show or something.
We wanted more attention brought to that than what we saw and what we're continuing to see. There's a few exceptions to this, what I'm saying, but a lot of this has been about merchandise.
Yeah.
Sadly, and I, you can't blame them completely because I think the consumer also feeds that, and they're just giving the consumer what they want.
That's a good question, Nick. Are you disappointed in the entertainment of 50-year anniversary at Walt Disney World or Disneyland? No, I'm not disappointed.
No.
I'm enjoying it.
No, we're not. I just think that on that day that people went out of their way to be there. We booked our reservation over a year ago to be here for the first because are we boring you?
Yeah. No, I'm tired. It's 12:30.
Sorry, I have to say that when you do that. And knowing what they did for the 60th at Disneyland and the respect that's given, I just feel that, and I'm going to be honest, I feel like there's a mandate that's been passed down by upper management to not reference Walt Disney or the past, and it's a tragedy, and it's sad, and it's egotistical, and it's not fair. And if the answer is, well, kids don't care about that, they want to know more about, they want Frozen, and they want all this new, great, give them Frozen, but also educate them, because if you don't tell them and you don't teach them, they don't know, and they're not going to care. But you have to give them a reason to care, and you have to show them that the only reason you like Frozen is because of a man named Walt Disney who created this whole thing that's the umbrella that all this falls under.
Right.
And to respect that and to understand where it came from. Like, I want to know how my parents met. I want to know about their first date. I want to know where I came from and why I'm the way I am. I want to know why I love Disney so much. You know why? Because of Walt Disney. That's why.
Yeah. I don't want to miss these. There's a few that I can't get to already. Jeremy sends $5. Spencer, Katie, what time Pacific at Magic Kingdom? Disneyland Standard Time, you mean? We don't know for sure yet. It's already 12:30. We still got to get sleep and get some work done. So I'm not sure. Just keep your notifications on. Ashley sends $5. Hey guys. Oh, I got that. Tim Reed sends $25. Thanks for taking all of us to Walt Disney World with you. Love living it through you too. Well, glad to have you here. Catherine King sends $5. Love watching your guys' videos. I feel bad for everyone going through this situation. Oh, I think I got that one. Sorry. My app hates me. Brian Garcia sends $10. Hello, Spencer and Katie. Thank you so much for your videos. Keeping us entertained. And see you both soon and love you both. Love you guys, a.k.a. BG Security Brian and Garcia family.
What up, Garcia family? Love you guys.
Eric sends $10. If you guys have time, you guys might like to visit Buc-ee's near you in Daytona. It's an adventure and the best brisket sandwiches and homemade fudge. Someday we will get there.
Dude.
Someday we will get there. Deborah sends $5 and says, is it true restaurant reservations open 60 days in advance prior at 3 a.m.? I've heard of that happening. I know when I got Steakhouse 71 reservations, it was in the wee hours of the morning. I don't remember exactly what time, but it was very early in the morning. But again, that could have just been, I was lucky. But it did work. So I hope that they did a disservice to Walton Roy. Yeah. I mean, if we, again, that's us being critical of like, if we had to pick one thing to make better or improve, that would be it. Is this celebration still amazing?
Oh,
totally.
It's amazing. And I'm going to
These
tell you this.
cast members are working their butts off and they are doing a fabulous job. The joy and the happiness, just when we go to park, is insane.
Yeah.
Like how happy and nice and my goodness, is it wonderful. We've enjoyed the heck out of this celebration.
Yeah. And I will say this. When you see tomorrow's video, you will see a redemption of what I was talking about. You're going to see we found it. We actually found the history and the respect.
What we wanted.
In a place that we had such a great day, and it's all captured on video, and you're going to want to see that tomorrow. So you will see us pleasantly surprised and joyous, and if you're looking for that nostalgic vibe to come here during these 18 months and celebrate the 50th, you're going to want to watch that video, and you're going to want to do what we did, because you will not be disappointed.
Yeah. So we're going to wrap this up, though. It's getting pretty late here in Walt Disney World Standard Time.
It is.
But we hope you guys enjoyed that. You found it informative. Just know that if we're passionate because of you. Again,
and we care.
It's great that we can make videos for a living, but the reason that brought us to do this was to help people from a local standpoint who we are fortunate enough to get to go there all the time. And when you guys are blocked out and you're spending your hard-earned money and you're not getting the joy and happiness that you darn well deserve, and don't ever let anybody tell you that it's wrong or crappy to want to go every single day. If you want to go every single day, that's great for you, and I support that. If you want to go once a month, that's great for you. If you don't even want to go, you just like watching the videos, that's great too.
But that doesn't demean your passion, as far as you can go once a year, once every 10 years, you can go every day, but it doesn't lessen your love and respect and joy for Disney and the product that it is.
Yeah, we definitely just want to be advocating for you guys 100%. Again, it does affect us too. Like, trust me, we want more availability ourselves, but we're not complaining on our behalf. We're complaining on what is going on. We want better service and better from Disneyland. We don't have shows, which sucks. We already don't have our trams. We don't have monorails. There's, the situation is just really hard right now. So we're doing the best we can with what we have, trying to make it better. We want the best for you guys. We want the best for the Disney fans.
We want best life and beyond.
We want everybody to have a best life and beyond.
And with that said, thank you everybody for your super chats. Thanks to our Patreons. Thanks for everybody who came into the chat
and bought merchandise. Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm so excited about it.
Apologies to anybody that we missed tonight, but thank you for being here. There's the merch.
I'm just so excited about it.
I know.
I'm sorry, it's my baby. We worked so hard.
We did. But anyways, look forward to a live stream tomorrow and a new video, a very nostalgic and amazing, heartfelt Disney video tomorrow. And that's it, guys. Hey, also, make sure to hit the thumbs up on the way out, the like button. That
Please
helps
do.
us out. Just tap.
Hit the thumbs up.
Yeah.
And hit the thumbs up.
Boom. You know what I mean? That's all
the
we ask.
magic is calling.
Oh, it's calling?
So
I gotta go.
hit the thumbs up. Okay. All right.
Oh,
Good night,
boy.
everyone. Love you guys. Mwah!
Thanks, you guys. Bye-bye, everybody.